Try not to get chilled.
Oh, it's okay. It's February, so keep it cool, right?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Mary Rothschafer, and I'm the director of the Critter Barn, an educational farm in Zeeland. And this is my good friend John from Townline Hatchery. We're standing in a building that was dedicated in 2009 by Michigan Allied Poultry Industries and Big Dutchman and the Critter Barn so that we could showcase layer hens to the general public and not only give tours but also use this as a source for our classes for children. So if you look over here, we have leghorn chickens happily moving about in an enriched cage with a constant feed supply, fresh water, protection from the elements and from predators, and they give us one beautiful egg every day. The day-to-day operations at the Critter Barn are, of course, doing chores and doing the daily cleaning, and then, of course, being open to the public by 10 a.m. We're open 6 days a week throughout the entire year. And things change with the seasons, but basically we're here to greet the public, teach kids, and take care of our animals and our birds. In order to make the Critter Barn run, just like Townline Hatchery needs a lot of employees, you need people that you can depend on every day. And we have several, I think currently right now we have 7 full-time staff and about 5 part-time staff, and that runs through the whole year. And then during the busy season in the summer, we add about another 5 or so full-time staff to meet the demands of the extra visits and so on. In addition to that, we have people volunteer. We have people who have special needs, disabilities, volunteer here every day. Probably 85 to 100 people a week on an average. They wash our eggs.
Yes.
And they package our eggs, and they clean our kitty corral, and they feed the bunny rabbits, and they do all sorts of things to keep the grounds looking beautiful during the summer. We also have a program for children ages 8 to 15 called Critter Camp. And once they take that class, they have the option to volunteer. And we currently run about 300 children through that class every year. And then out of that, I'd say about 75% come back to volunteer their 20 hours and earn their red t-shirt that says Critter Crew. Some of those kids have stayed with us many, many years, have become employees, and I currently am aware of 19 kids that are either in a vet tech program or in a college program somewhere around the country in ag or ag science. So we're very proud of that. So on a given day, we have staff here, 6 or 7 staff working, and we have shifts that we divide the day into, and the kids volunteer 8 children at a time. So sometimes in the summer, we're seeing 30, 40 kids a day volunteering during different shifts, plus our staff, plus our special needs friends. It takes quite a bit to run a farm.
Keeps you busy.
Keeps us all busy,
Yes.
The Critter Barn's new farm is going to be a resource for not only our community, but for the entire Midwest. Currently, we have people come from all over the country and foreign countries when they're here visiting in Holland, Michigan. But we see it as a connection to agriculture, as well as just a good place to experience nature and have fun with your family and friends. I spend my time on the Critter Barn because I see the impact that it makes on kids' lives. From the joy of holding a baby chick, like the little guys that you brought, to the excitement of learning. People love to learn. People love nature, and I think there's a piece in all of us that is kind of a hole that only God can fill, only that the world of nature, which is God's creation, can fill. And whether it's on a farm, or if it's a walk in the woods or a walk on the beach, I think that type of experience feeds our souls, it feeds who we are. And we all experience that at different levels. On a hands-on education farm, we've taken the experience and made it more personal. If you go for the walk in the woods, you might see a deer, you're probably going to see birds and squirrels, but you don't get the chance to feed them, to work with them, to hold them, and then to also understand how the whole system works together to support us. So I find the educational opportunity here very exciting, and I find that hands-on experience puts a smile on a kid's face. Obviously it gets to me too. The Geerlings family has been an amazing support to the Critter Barn, and John is a member of that family. But when we moved here to the farm, initially when we had the animals, we had some new neighbors move in next door, Jason and Thelma Geerlings, and their grandson, their son, Jason himself, and then Henry over at the Hatchery. They've not only been resources for information and help and livestock, they've helped clean, they've helped feed, they've helped to encourage us. We probably wouldn't have a Critter Barn if it wasn't for the Geerlings family. That's the truth.
Yes, so we want to keep that going and help sponsor the new growth of the Critter Barn because we think it's very important for the community and the kids coming through here to see how real farms work. And also she supplies a great resource for lots of people to have sideline jobs that they can feel real important working here. I know that's very important.
Yeah. We're excited to have this relationship and to look back over our shoulder at all the years. We had a party once to thank Thelma and Jason. Had a great relationship with Henry as well. I don't know, just it's the good, warm, fuzzy feeling that you get from friendships with good people that really see the future vision. And I guess that's something I've always understood about the Geerlings family. They get what we're doing here, and they understand the importance of public education. So we're very grateful to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what would be my biggest hope for the guests that come here? To feel like they were welcomed by a friendly crew, to have enjoyed seeing the animals and maybe step back a little bit in awe of how things work in the natural world. I think that's always a good thing to have that awe and surprise. I hope they've learned a little bit how hard farmers work. We have a lot of ways that we teach that, right?
Right.
Give you a pat on the back.
Right. To learn that eggs don't come from the grocery store.
Yes.
They actually come from chickens and hens, and a lot of things go into making that chicken lay an egg.
Absolutely. And to just appreciate the whole system that we have in our country where we have enough food supply for everybody. I like people to leave here with a grateful heart. And as well as being respectful to the agricultural community. So hopefully they learn a lot, have a great time, and their family's blessed, and they leave with the attitude that they can't wait to come back again.